In this video, I'll show you how to generate a column with random data. So the use case is basically like if I have a table over here. So as you see over here in my Power BI desktop, I have a table called as customer. Okay. Now, if I select a table and if I start putting all these values over here, I can see I have a city, I have a country region, I have a customer ID, customer key, postal code, state, province. Okay, so these are the content which I have from a data model perspective. Now I do not have an age. So take for example, if you want to test some functionality with regards to age, so you want to have a random data created. So in order to do that, what you can do is like you click on this customer, and then you click on new column. Okay, so we are creating a new dummy column which will be a age column. Okay, so I'll just type in this is, I'll name this column as age, so age equal to, and then I can generate some random number. So random number can be generated between a function called as, with a function called as rand between. So I want to generate a random number between 24 and 69. Okay, so what it will do, it will create a column of with name as age, and it will generate this random number. So this is how you can generate a random data. So it has created this column called as age. Now if I add this age into the table, as you see over here, it has generated this random number. So you get that random data. If you are doing trial and experimenting with your model or visual, then you, if you need to create that column, you can create that over here, and we have made use of some function. Okay, similarly, if you want to get date of birth, okay, so if I want to get a date of birth for my customer, and if I do not have that column, what I can do, I'll click on new column, and I will name that column as say DOB. So that's the date of birth. And I want to generate a random date. I want to generate a random date between some value. So again, make use of rand between. And this time I'm going to use date function. So I want a date to be created between the value 1982. So 1982, 1st Jan 1982. And I want to create a date between 1995. Okay, so I want people born between 1982 and 1995 in my record set. So I'll just type in 12 comma 31. Okay, so 31st December 1995. And once you're done with this, just press enter, and you will be having a column date of birth with some random value. So I'll just select DOB over here, and it will generate this number. Okay, now as you see over here, it has generated a number, right? So this is 30046. So this has generated a whole number. Now if you want a date, you just click on this column and then format. So if you see here, data type as whole number, so you just need to select date. Once you select a date, it will say one or more calculated object need to be manually created. So you go into this column again and then format, and then you select whatever format you want. Okay, so as you see over here, I've selected this DOB as a hierarchy, and I just don't want any other date hierarchy to be shown, but just show as a date, and you will see date of birth over here. So this is how you can basically create a random data set, right? Now, what if I want to have some code like A001 or A005 or A1 or A2, A3, something, some code or some key, okay? So I can do that very easily. So if customer has some code, so I'll just say new column, and I'll just say customer code, and the customer code has some format with it. Now the customer code has some format. Basically, that format is a combination of characters. So I will make use of concatenate function, and then the concatenate function will have two values. Now, a random, say a number between the alphabet. Okay, so the alphabet can be between A to Z. So in order to get that, I will make use of unichar function. So unichar 65 is for A, and then 90 for Z, uh, and then this is unichar 6590. So that will concatenate A and the character with a number. Now the number I want is between rand between 1 comma 100. Okay, so if that's the sequence which you're following, you just close that. And remember, unicare will give you that. It's the syntax is incorrect, so I just made a mistake over here. So it should be a unicare, but I want unicare to be a random number between 65 and 90. So I'll just put 65 and 90 over here. So this is how it will generate a random unicare between 65 and 90 between like A to Z. And then I have a value rand between, and then I'll say 1 comma 100, right? And then I'll take that and I'll just get this value over here. Now, as you see over here, it says there is some syntax error. So it says unexpected parameter. So let me just expand this further. And as you see over here, let's break this function. So we have this unicare rand between 65 comma 90. So it should generate this and a random number between 1 and 100. Okay. And then we get this closing bracket done. Once that is done, we should have a random uh, alphanumeric number. And if I select this customer code, as you see over here, it has generated this customer code. Okay. Now again, if you want 2 or 3 digit number, you can just skip the single digit number, and you can say that I want a number between 10 and 99, so that you will have that uniform consistency between your numbers. Okay. So if I just put 10 comma 99, as you see over here, it has generated some sequence. So you can use that to generate passwords or any other string characters as well. Okay, so that's it, folks. This is how you basically use this in the scenario. If you do not have a column and if you want to generate column on the fly, you can make use of that custom column feature. And with that, you can actually use iteration functions to generate random numbers, characters, dates, etc. Thanks for watching.